Alrighty, I am so excited to show you guys how to use these amazing presets. They're so much fun. If you are a film lover, you're gonna go crazy with them. I designed these alongside MERIDIAN presets, so that way you guys can really just elevate your creative process by emulating the look of film light leaks. So I'm gonna show you guys how to use the presets, how to tweak them, how to combine them with my Solus brushes and all that jazz. I've got about 40 images here that we're gonna go through and just go crazy with. So I am stoked. So first of all, if you don't already have them imported, I do, but if you don't have them imported, you're just gonna import them like any other presets up here, just under this little plus sign, import, and then you'll find them in your downloads and click them and restart Lightroom, and then they will pop up down here under LLFX. So you'll see that 3 different folders come up, and that's because we did 3 different packs of light leaks for you guys, and they all kind of have different themes. So first, these are like the OG light leaks that like you see in so many different types of film stocks when light leaks into the camera. So they are pretty funky, and I'm gonna show you guys how to, tone them down if you want, how to change the colors, how to, I don't know, just work with them with your work regardless of what style you shoot. So that's kind of like the OG collection. We made a black and white pack, so I'll show you guys how to use those on black and whites, obviously. And then this is like my own little twist on light leaks. You know me, if you know my work, I love everything to be golden and honey-like. So we made a golden pack of the leaks as well, and we'll go through those on some of the images. And then if you have the Solus brushes of mine, just know that you can combine these with the light leaks, and we'll do that on a few images, but they all can work together. And they are a little bit different. So with the Solus pack, you're using the adjustment brush tool, and then with the light leaks, we're gonna be using the gradient tool. So we will kind of jump in right now to save you guys from me having to go through and check every single one of these, because there's like so many. I just put these in my history so you can just see which ones I pick. So we're gonna start with leak 5. This is one of my favorites because you can just apply it and it's good to go. It's a little before and after. I just feel like it adds so much to the image. It's so subtle, it's so pretty. And then adjusting these are all going to be a little bit different. They're all built slightly differently. Some have more points that are closer together, like this one. So if you'd want to change the color of this, you would click into one of these points once you open the graduated filter. And then some of them, the temperature is going to be adjusted, the tint will be adjusted, but mostly you're going to be finding the color in the swatch here. So if I want to change the color of this, I'm going to click into that swatch and just kind of drag it around and close it, reopen it, go to the next one up, and just same process. So it's kind of nice because you can really customize it to be exactly what you want. I love this look of making it just like white rather than the red. So that's it before tweaking it, and this is after. So it's super straightforward, super simple, nothing crazy. And like I said, the points are going to be different on all the leaks, but I'll kind of show you guys how to adjust those as we go. So let's go to the next one. This one looks like I played with 2 different ones. I love this leak. This one's really fun to play with. This is a great one to show you guys the whole color thing again. If you want it to be more of just like a neutral, like I love just the neutral look, you can do this. You can darken it with the exposure so it's a little bit more low key. You can go into these other ones and just, yeah, I don't know. They're so much fun. You can also crop into them. Sometimes I like to do stuff like this where I crop it down so there's just tiny little bits showing, which doesn't require you to have to like move things around or anything. And another really cool thing about this, let me undo that. Another cool thing about this is if you have leaks applied, but you're like, oh, I want to like check other ones, but I don't want to lose like my whole edit on this image, you can just hit reset all leaks, which is really great. And then you can hop back into playing with all these, adjusting, and not losing any of your like editing that you've done so far on it. Let's see, let's go into, what other one did I like on this? Oh, leak 15. So this is in the original pack right here. And so much fun. Love this one. A little before and after. All right, so this one, we're going to go into the golden pack. So find Golden Leak 1, apply. And sometimes I'll apply a leak and just feel like the whole image is a little bit too warm with it. And so when that happens, I'll just go in and slightly cool off the entire image without actually adjusting the leak itself. You can do both, but yeah, you can really just do so much with this. It doesn't have to be a specific way. They're so fun to just play with and get creative with. All right, we're gonna go to leak 6 in the original pack here. So this one I feel like is just a little bit too saturated for the rest of my editing with this. So I'm gonna go in and kind of just cool it down a bit. I'm gonna start with this one. It's really, really warmed up over here. So I'm just gonna turn that down a tiny bit. Go into this guy, same thing, just cool it down. Go into the little color palette. I like to drag it more like towards the white usually. And this one doesn't need to be cooled down too much. I mean, you can make it whatever, but like I said, I really like the golden look of everything. I'm gonna go back into this one. Make it a little bit more pink, just so it gives it that peachy look. And yeah, I think I'm happy with that. So this is the before of the image and this is after. And this is before we tweak the leak and after. So just a little bit more subtle, slightly different colors. We're gonna play with leak 9. Kind of the same thing. I'm just gonna cool this guy down a bit. Or maybe just darken it a little bit. And pull back saturation. Adjust the color. This leak has a little black border on it just to, again, emulate that film look. If you don't like it, you can just crop it out. But I personally really like it. So before and after. Again, we're gonna go to leak 5 with this one. This one's my favorite because it's just so small and subtle. Like you almost can't even, well, that's way too close. You almost can't even really see it. But it's there and I think it's just so good. It really looks like film to me. So because this is a cooler image, I'm gonna go with one of the purple leaks. Yeah, that's super fun. I think I'm gonna adjust that one. Just leave it. Let's see. I'm gonna use leak 3 in the original. Oh, actually, let's do the golden pack. Let's switch it up. So pretty. So I love the gold colors, but I do want to adjust how yellow it is. So I'm gonna go into the color palette and just kind of take it more towards a neutral spot. Do that with this one. So you're kind of just clicking around and adjusting it as you go. And I mean, I feel like with mine, I'll adjust like the entire leak, like all the points, but you don't have to. Like you can keep one like super red or something like that, like this, rather than always taking it neutral if you're trying to cool it down. So before and after. All right, let's play with a black and white leak. So these are really fun. I love the black and white leaks. Let's play with this one. This one's really cool. Like the cool thing about the black and white leaks too is you don't even really have to like adjust anything. You just click and you're good. The only thing I ever really adjust with my black and white leaks is sometimes they'll be brightening the image because they have this like haze around them, or they'll darken it a little bit. So I'll just kind of like adjust around that. But I think this image is good to go just the way it is. So we'll just leave it as is. All right. I'm gonna go into leak 6 of the original pack, and let's just darken this a tiny bit and desaturate it a little. Just kind of change the color. So before and after. That's one of my favorite leaks. Okay, this one, I feel like I could do a golden leak on. So many options. We will do... Let's do this one, leak 10 of the original. So this is a time when I love the colors of this actually. I would keep it, but I'm gonna crop it in just so it gives it more of like an old nostalgic photo. So I'm gonna take my little cropping tool, just kind of go in with it. I still want a little bit of this border in there. Do something more like that. So before and after. So fun. Another black and white. Let's do... let's do number 2. And this is a time when I would darken it. Like that makes it like quite a bit brighter. So we'll just go through and darken it a bit. And that way you can kind of just see how to use that. So that's without. And that's with. So the next 3 images are actual just film scans. I didn't like touch them up or anything. This is just straight out of a point and shoot camera. But I just wanted to show you that you can use this on film scans as well. It doesn't always have to be like your digital work. So you can really go crazy with this. I think, that one's kind of cool. This golden leak, super soft and subtle. We'll go with this one. So before, cool film photo as is, and then after. And then with this one, I'd probably crop it down too. Something like that. And another. Let's go. Ooh, this one's kind of cool. Let's do leak 5, and then let's go into Solace, just to show you guys a little example of this. And I'm just gonna hover over some of these. See if we want to combine at all. You can really go crazy with this. So that's like a little too bright, so I'm gonna go into the Solace brush and just turn it down a little bit. And then also crop it down. So before and after with Solace and one of the leaks. Do the same thing on this one. Let's go with leak 5. This one's just kind of like a nice soft haze. Those are my favorite leaks when I'm shooting film personally, are like the really soft golden hazes. And I feel like they're so hard to get, which is why I made one. So, yeah, so pretty. Let's see. Let's go this guy. There we go. So before, cool film photo, after. Just like adds so much. All right. We'll close out Solace just for a minute here. This one's hard. I feel like I want a golden one on this one because it's already just so neutral and pretty. Oh, let's go with this one. That's so pretty. And then I'm just gonna darken the entire image all together. Just kind of accommodate for the brightness of it, so I don't have to go in and adjust the entire leak. So that's one that kind of covers the whole photo. So yeah, a little before and after. Just add some softness. All right, another black and white. I think let's go with the second one, and then again, darken to kind of accommodate that. Before and after. Actually not that dark. Now before and after. Cool. All right, let's see. Where do we want to go with this one? Dang, this one's hard. I feel like let's go with 14. It's a cooler leak, but we can just go through and warm it up. So you'll see the color is like more in the blue. When they're really close like this, I close the gradient tool and reopen it. I just think it makes it a little bit easier to work with, because sometimes Lightroom just doesn't let you pick up these like really fine points when you're already selected on the same line as another gradient. So just a little FYI when you're playing with them, if you get like frustrated, it's normal. That's why it's happening. Yeah. So even if a light leak doesn't start out the color that you like, but you love the shape of it, that's totally fine. You can obviously go in and adjust it. So there's a little before and after. All right, with this one, let's do 1. That's great. Just kind of adjust it around that. Before and after. What one did I like on this one? Golden 11. Beautiful. I feel like this is like very much one of the classic light leak looks. Just kind of go through. Because it's turning the white up here yellow, I want to adjust that. So I'm going to pull the temperature back up there. And then I'm actually going to crop this in a little bit so it's not so overpowering. If you know me, I love cropping, so this is nothing new, but a little before and after. Go into the black and whites. 2, 1. It's pretty. Let's go up to leak 9. I don't think, oh, we used this one once already. Yep. I love that one. It's good to go. So I'm going to use leak 7 on this, I think. So 7 and 8 are pretty similar. So it's like the film just got cut off and overexposed on one side. So 6, 7, and 8 are kind of similar in that way. They just have like different lengths. But I think with this one, I like 8 a lot. And just to cut out some of the white, I'm going to crop it down a tiny bit. Before and after. That one's freaking cool. That's one that I never have to adjust either, which is fun. This is another film scan. Super pretty. We'll use one of the golden leaks on it. It's like a really soft, like summery vibe. I feel like it just adds so much more interest over to this side of the image, so it's not just blah. When I originally shot this, I had cropped it to be a square because I felt like there was nothing going on over here, and then I created these leaks and I was like, oh, this is perfect. So I wish I hadn't even cropped it in the first place. All right, let's do 1 on this one. I think 1 out of the black and white ones is my favorite. Do 4 on this guy. Before and after. And then I think a golden leak on this image makes sense because it's already really like honey-like and gold, so just kind of makes sense. I always have a hard time picking though. I'll do 3. Before and after. go up to the original pack for this one, even though it's from the same shoot. And we'll do leak 10. And I'm going to crop it in from the bottom up. Great. Just a tiny little border. So it can be really subtle. Like even though some of them look really intense, you can make them very soft if that's more your style. I really like 5 on this one because it's so small. Let's try a golden one. Perfect. Just going to slightly adjust based off of the effect that it gave. It's good. All right. So I had an edit on here. Here it is. And it looks like I liked leak 15, which is one of my favorites. It's so much fun on this image. It just adds so much. So I'll show you the before without the leak and the after. So good. Let's do, this is a tough one. Let's go 5 on this guy. Perfect. Go with 1 on this one. My favorite. I really love the leaks on flash photos, especially when you do shutter drag. It's so much fun to play with. I feel like it adds so much more. It just makes it like, I don't know, when I'm shooting receptions, I always want it to feel like a party to like really show how rowdy people were getting. So I think they're really fun to add on. Just adds more to it. A few different ones. That one's fun. It's more of like a softer black and white. So we'll just do a haze, nothing too crazy, and just darken the entire image around it. So before and after. All right, I'm gonna make this image black and white. And then we'll do 4 on this guy. So pretty. Like that's just a digital image, and adding that just makes it so unique. Let's do like 14 on this. I think I'm gonna reset. I think 15 actually, yeah. I'm indecisive. And then I'm just gonna darken a little bit. Before and after. The 2 on that one. Another black and white. Yeah, we'll go with that. So with the leak and without. This is a black and white, but I think it'd be fun. And I don't know if this is breaking the rules, but I'm going to put a color leak on it just for fun. Cause look at how cool these look. It like really shows off the leak. And even with black and whites, I'll use 7 and 8 all the time because they really don't have color in them anyways. So it doesn't really matter, even though it's not in the black and white leak section. Yeah, you can do that. And you can also go through and just completely take all the saturation out of these. If you like the shape of one of these leaks that are not in the black and white pack, you can go through and just, yeah, literally just desaturate it so it's all the way white. And then it doesn't really matter. So you can just like keep going through and just doing that. But I think for this one, Let's do 11. That one's fun. Before and after. So it is a black and white, but we're going to play with color anyways. All right, last one. Oh, there's so many good ones. I feel like the thing that just takes me the longest is deciding which one I like the most on each image, and I'll go back and forth so much. But for this one, we'll do like 7. And then I'm just going to crop in some of that white and yeah, make it less of like a panoramic. So that's a little before and after. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching with me. If you want to get creative with your editing process and kind of take your work to the next level and emulate more of that film look and just get really unique with the way that you approach your images, then check out the presets, combine them with Solus, go crazy, and make sure to show us what you create with it. Thank you.